This is Smarter San Diego TV.
You said you've been talking to scientists, people who have solutions. What needs to be done? $8+ billion in profits in 3 months, but they won't admit that it's happening. Should women be allowed to become Navy SEALs?
The short answer is no.
You lived there
Oh
for
my
4.5 years and you didn't know?
So the government now, very, very invested in the mortgage industry. What's happening in China that no one knows about, the news isn't covering? Tell us what's going on.
I'm in the naughty corner today.
Like you said, you're not getting rich in the military. You got to come up with a way to build some wealth. Real estate, best way to do that. I mean, can it still be fixed? And how serious is it really? And if so, what do we need to do?
And now, here's your host, Derrick Evans.
Welcome to Smarter San Diego TV. This is the place, of course, where you get smarter, and it's all commercial free. Derrick Evans here, co-host Rebecca Peters. Beck, what's up?
What's up, Derrick?
How you doing? We are getting into the new age. We are hashtagging some stuff today.
Yes.
Are you excited?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, let's jump on that bandwagon, right?
Yes, let's get on it. So we're going to play a cool game today called I Gotta Know. And this is where you get the chance to ask me questions. I get the chance to ask you questions. Whatever we want. Nothing's off limits. Of course, it's got to be okay for TV. But other than that, we can ask any question we want. This is to get the show started today. So hashtag all of this stuff. You go first.
What are you considering investing in?
Okay. You got to know what I'm interested in.
I gotta know, what are you considering investing in?
Okay. So, in fact, I just did it this morning. I bought oil.
Oh.
Remember Steve Bick was on the show?
Yes.
Last week. Talked about oil. I bought oil this morning. And this is the reason why it's good to talk to people like that, and reasons why it's good to watch the show, is because you'll hear things like that, discussions like that with people who are really smart. And what Steve sort of reminded me of is that the floor in oil is about $15. Right now we're at 30, so the max you're risking is 50% of your investment, basically. And it's very unlikely that you'll even have to risk that much. So I took the opportunity, bought my first lot this morning.
Okay.
Of oil, bought USO. I would encourage anyone else who's willing to take the risk to do the same.
Okay.
All right.
Very interesting.
I gotta know, if you could bring one musician back from the dead, who would it be and why? Hashtag fave dead musician.
I'm gonna have to go with Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston?
Yes.
Wow.
My mom listened to her all the time.
She could really
Oh,
belt it out there,
amazing
man.
voice. My best friend is a singer as well. She has an amazing voice, and I just melt every time she sings anything Whitney Houston.
I probably would have gone
Anything
Michael
Whitney
Jackson.
Houston.
You go. Your question.
I
do you gotta know?
have got to know, and hopefully this is TV appropriate. What do you think about the new WEEDBREAKS?
WEEDBREAKS. I saw this story.
Yes.
This was a trending story, actually. And so in Colorado, apparently employers are encouraging their employees not to just take smoke breaks, but to take weed breaks. So go have a pot brownie or go smoke a joint.
Okay.
Here's the thing. As a manager, I think you have to do whatever is going to help your employees perform the best.
Right.
If I were to determine that it were legal, first of all, and good for the group to take weed breaks, then sure,
Okay.
take weed breaks. For the most part, though, I think that's probably not going to work out
Right.
so well.
So if you're just the average pothead, no.
As soon as Google starts doing it, then you'll know it's okay.
Okay.
All right. Beck, I got to know, what is your biggest weakness? Hashtag biggest weakness.
My biggest weakness is making decisions, or making decisions quickly.
So you're a long decision maker.
Yes.
That has to do with your human design.
Yep.
In a couple of weeks, in early February, we're having Tahir and Bat and Aisha Suneja on the show. And they are going to talk about human design a little bit. And that's part of your design. So there's no reason to change that. You have to just embrace that about yourself, according to them.
Yes.
So you're always going to be like that.
Recently learned I'm very analytical. So the reason I take so long to make decisions is I have to have a guarantee. I have to think everything out, and it drives me crazy.
Yes, probably drives your Thomas crazy as well. Your question.
If you found a genie in a bottle, what would your first wish be?
Well, the first wish has always got to be to have infinite wishes. But if the genie, for some reason, has caught on to that and wouldn't let me do it, then I would have to say that my first wish would be that, of course, I think this is obvious in everyone's first wish, that no one in the planet, no humans, no animals, has to suffer. Everyone can live and be themselves without suffering. That would have to be the first wish.
I would probably go with something very similar to that, yeah.
And then I would get billions and billions of dollars and all that stuff.
Of course, yes.
Okay. The last question I have for you. I got to know, if you could change one law, what would it be? Hashtag change one law.
I don't necessarily know what that exact law is, but I think there definitely needs to be a change. And I think this is really important. Health is my, top priority. I'd like to see a change in the laws of the cosmetic industry. Europe, as many people know, have banned 1,400 different chemicals out of our cosmetics. And the US have 11. And I think that has a lot of repercussions for our health.
Okay, cosmetics.
So I'd like to see something with that. People say, oh, it's not a big deal because there's bigger issues, but how are we going to solve those bigger issues if we're not taking care of our mind, body, and making sure we're physically fit to take care of those bigger issues?
Yeah, no, totally get it. And cosmetics, not something I think about very much, but I'll defer to you as the expert on that. So we have a great show lined up today. We're obviously shooting in the lounge set today, so this is a fun show for us, not in the normal studio. Yeah, we get to kick it back here. You'll be in the green screen room shortly. We have Nick Mascione today on the show from the county's...
Speaking of health.
Yeah, Live Well San Diego. That's all about health, about living well. So can't wait to speak with him. Well, it's time to get things started. I got to get my jacket on. It's time to start the show.
I like that they have.
Families that we support.
Because that's going to
the problem
filter out